Can we just for a second? This is what came up for me when I image searched SCP-3312. Good old Cooper Tom. But anyways, let's go on. I know we've read this before in a video, like SCPs, but they're furry bait. We've done this before, multiple times actually. But this is the second multiple time. This is the actual time where we're reading it. And I'm gonna be trying to put on a narrator voice. Gotta get in the zone of creepy, okay? Without further ado, this is SCP-3312. Object Class: Euclid. Foundation web crawlers must monitor all forms of social media for any signs of SCP-3312, including video sharing platforms, cloud databases, and chat forums. Links, URLs, and advertisements relating to SCP-3312 are to be neutralized via RR-113 protocols. All leads to ATF are to be logged for future reference. Individuals affected by SCP-3312 are to be administered Class B asthma under the condition that they are Stage 3 or prior. Individuals in Stages 4 and 5 are to be administered Class A amnesia. Predatory individuals in Stage 6 are to be contained at Site 990. Any individuals experiencing undiscovered stages following Stage 6 are to be apprehended and brought to Site 990 for testing. SCP-3312 is a memetic agent that exists under a false identity of a fan website and induces a compulsion in humans to consume products, media, and content relating to various fan bases, detailed below. SCP-3312 is known to have originated from the amateur entrepreneurial group Accelerate the Future, henceforth referred to as ATF. See record log June 16th and preceding logs. ATF's current interests have become involved with the anthropomorphic animal enthusiast community, more commonly referred to as the furry fandom. Previous interests affected by the memetic agent include Redacted, brand comic books, animated shows produced by Redacted, and Redacted. As of redacted date, SCP-3312 has adapted to become an info hazard styled as a furry community-centric website. Content from the website has a memetic effect identical to the site itself. The current form of SCP-3312 affects an individual in 6 stages and may only affect individuals with no prior involvement in the furry community. It should be noted that SCP-3312 evolves from a compulsive memetic to a mind-affecting agent past Stage 4. Upon being exposed to 3312, affected individuals will display a piqued interest in anthropomorphic characters in mainstream media, including but not limited to brand mascots, animated cartoons and games, and cereal box art. Compulsive effects of SCP-3312 are relatively mild during the stage, and SCP-3312 has been reversed with no side effects in 82% of Stage 1 cases. The first individuals found to be affected by Stage 1 were discovered on redacted date. Shortly after, Foundation web crawlers uncovered the recorded log history of a chat room utilized by ATF. Stage 2. Affected individuals will initiate their participation in the furry community. Contributions to the community may be made, including the creation of a fictional anthropomorphic animal character designed to represent oneself, a fursona, digital and or traditional art featuring anthropomorphic animals, and forum-based role-playing games involving the aforementioned characters. Stage 2 individuals are indistinguishable from non-anomalous members of the furry fandom. It should be of note that characters created by Stage 2 individuals closely mirror that of ATF member Fox. Stage 3. Affected individuals will actively seek out internet users who openly share negative views on the furry community and introduce them to SCP-3312. The spread of SCP-3312 will increase exponentially when shared by Stage 3 individuals. Stage 3 individuals will devote the majority of their time online to ATF's website. Stage 3 individuals' involvement in the furry community will rapidly reach levels of obsession. Notable behaviors of certain Stage 3 individuals have been recorded as following: opening of several dedicated role-playing accounts across several social media platforms, purchase of redacted animal costumes averaging a cost of 5 digits, introduction of redacted individuals to SCP-3312 via forum posts, consistent attempts to contact ATF member Fox, attempted creation of a political party concerning the desires of members of the furry community, including the right to wear animal costumes in a formal work environment, the proposal of a national animal-themed holiday, and a continued debate between the legalization of banning Redacted recorded arrests following a raid on a known location for parties involving the furry community. Charges made include disturbance of the peace, possession and trafficking of drugs, vandalism, and kidnapping. Redacted instances of cult indoctrination at local enthusiast conventions and costume events. Cult practices include sacrifice of redacted in order to become closer with redacted. 6 individuals are currently hospitalized for physical and psychological treatment not pertaining directly to SCP-3312. About 60% of all known shifts into Stage 3 occurred on September 25th. In the days prior, several more recorded logs were uncovered. Stage 4. Behavioral development devolves in tandem with shifting verbal communication. All recorded instances have assumed the role of a prepubescent child for the duration of the stage. Stage 4 individuals will be unable to properly attend to their own needs and require outside assistance in order to maintain sustainable decision-making. Stage 4 induces a complete devotion to the furry community and, in all cases, has negatively altered relationships between the affected individuals in their finances, social interactions, employment, familiar relations, and living situation. Several interviews with families of affected individuals have revealed that communication between them will cease abruptly upon advancing to Stage 4. Further interviews have revealed that individuals past Stage 4 consider the furry community to be their true family and will only maintain communication with those who encourage their behaviors. Living conditions of Stage 4 individuals have been deemed unfit for any human. Residences undergo a rapid stage of dilapidation due to the individual's own unwillingness to tend to anything outside of SCP-3312, including themselves. Induced behaviors have been noted to fall in line with those of victims of severe hoarding disorders. 55% of Stage 4 individuals have experienced eviction and/or homelessness due to their neglect of both themselves and their place of residency. Stage 5. Affected individuals will suffer the delusion that they themselves are an anthropomorphic character and will perpetuate this delusion by any means necessary. Rejection from the non-anomalous community initiates at this stage, and affected individuals will band together. Notable behaviors of certain Stage 5 individuals have been recorded as following. Failed intercourse between a Stage 5 individual and blank predatory animals at a zoo in Indiana. The termination of Annabelle Yiff at blank factory following a hostage situation involving employees as she proclaimed herself to be the real yikes. Deaths from heat-related illnesses, 96% of which occurred at almost 69. All affected individuals were in animal costumes. Public assault of ATF member Ollie Fox. Deaths by firearm, followed by the outlawing of animal costumes in 13 parks. The final stage, Stage 6. Affected individuals will undergo a total loss of higher cognitive functions and regress to instinctual behaviors displayed by the source of animal of their personal character. All signs of prior personality will be destroyed by SCP-3312. However, affected individuals will continue to possess human speech, albeit characterized by childlike pronunciations and heightened pitch. All test results have yielded that the speech uttered by affected individuals can be likened to animal vocalizations instead of processed human speech. Predatory Stage 6 individuals are highly aggressive towards both affected and unaffected individuals and kill indiscriminately. To date, no Stage 6 individual has shown recognition of those whom they have shared relationships with. Yeah, SCP-3312 is literally a furry disease. So you know the video of the furry disease, but literally, SCP-3312 is literally a furry disease. But yeah, SCP-3312, just a furry disease. Well, I say just like it's an understatement. I mean, if we're furries, which we are, we're set. I don't have to worry about turning into this. I mean, I know some people that would willingly turn into this, but you know. But literally, it is a furry disease because the more you, I guess, it's not even really it's more of an addiction than anything, not really a disease. Because the more you experience it and the more you contribute to SCP-3312 or let it, consume you, the more involved you get and the worse it gets. Which could be said the same about the furry fandom as is. It's Strong Fang syndrome. You guys remember Strong Fang from the Furry Disease. Good times, good times. Wait, there's a video log? Oh my god. What on earth? I'm not reading that. That's roleplay. See, they yell at us for roleplay. This is roleplay. I'm not digging the roleplay, okay? Yep, this is roleplay. This is furry roleplay. Wait, this is actual furry roleplay. Hold on. Hi, everybody. Hi. What's wrong? You're all terrible. OMG, honestly, you're so dark and brooding. LMAO. Waves pause. This isn't the RP channel. Jesus, I should have left months ago. I hate this channel and I hate you. You've made my life a living hell. This entire group is practically a hive mind. You've taken my life's work, my income, and most importantly, what little social life I have left, where I was able to share the things I could do. There's only one thing that's keeping me from... Oh, okay. That's getting dark. Oh no, I read the rest of it and I hate it. There's only one thing from keeping me from, my fursuit is in transit. You know what's great about it? I knew some furries that were probably that deranged. I knew some furries that did the same exact thing to me. Hey, you know what's keeping me alive right now? My fursuit is almost here. What am I doing with my life? But yeah, the thing is, you might be like, ooh, this is a bit of a yikes. This is like, ooh, a bit dark. Or, haha, this is funny. He's waiting for his fursuit. But like, I actually know people who have pulled this before. I no longer talk to them. Just saying. But yeah, SCP-3312. A lot of this got dark really, really fast. I did not want to see most of this, I'm going to be honest. Am I crying? No. Am I crying on the inside? Yes. I've literally read through this and I'm disappointed. Because one, it seems like a furry did write this. Like this whole thing. Because this very closely replicates Rainforest. The drugs, vandalism, kidnapping, diapers, gamer pants, padding, whatever you call it. And then just the slow but subtle transition into, not degeneracy, that's not the word for it. The video log is darker. Yeah, I'm not reading that. I'm not reading the log. I think, the fact that I read most of this and, yeah, I'm not reading that again. You guys got your, SCP-3312, Furry Disease? I just find it great how the one catch to this SCP is you aren't affected by it if you are a furry. Literally, the writing of this whole thing kind of sounds more like a JoJo stand, I'll be honest. Oh, I only have one weakness. If you are this, then you are not affected by it. But yeah, all things considered, the one saving grace about this SCP is that it was written by a furry, and that the SCP Foundation literally needs furries to handle this. Because imagine this. Imagine any non-furry going into this and being told, okay, handle this. It wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work. So if you naturally have an interest in furries and you're a furry yourself, then that's easy. You've got a job. All of us could technically be hired by the SCP Foundation right now, and we'd all be working together. That'd be an amazing job. Oh my God. Imagine that. All of us are hired by the SCP Foundation. We get a shit ton of money because we work for a government agency, and we all get to work together as furries. That's a pretty good outcome for this. I'm gonna be honest, I dig that a lot. That is the best case scenario out of any of this. And people say furries are useless. People say furries are trash. We're keeping you from actually going insane from SCP-3312. Can only imagine what would happen if it turned into like the anime girls or something. Then this whole SCP thing would be so much worse. Jesus. Thank God it's furries though. It's very easy to distinguish. There's a lot of disturbing nature near stage 4 through the rest of it. Not much of a fan of it, but stages 1 through 3, that's pretty good. Stages 1 through 3 ain't that bad. I mean, stage 3 is a bit oof. But hey, it means, you get into the furry convention phase. I'm looking at this now, though, with the stages 1 through 6, and I'm like, is this reminiscent to my 7 levels being a furry? Was this made before or after my video? I'm just thinking about it. Like, you got 6 stages, and they sort of transcend similarly to how my 7 levels of being a furry did. It's April of last year. It was made April 2018, so there's a very good chance it could have been. So if it was made after, I kind of wonder, was it inspired a bit by my video? I can definitely see the inspiration from Rainforest and what happened there. The more I look into this, the more I read this, it's just like, yeah, this was inspired by Rainforest at the very least, or by somewhat bad events that happened in the furry fandom. Because some of this is, I definitely see this as furry neutral. Like the whole reading, the whole thing behind SCP-3312, I say is neutral. It's not for furries, it's not against furries, it's there. Because if anything, furries are the saving grace of SCP-3312. But at the same time, it kind of just, I don't know, it feels like it was written by a furry. That's all I can really say.